Shri Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Sya Shri Rupam Sakrajadam Sahagana Lagunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Swavadhutam Parijana Sahidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanushrute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhayeva cha Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Shashwat. Thank you very much for the wonderful Manglacharan. Hare Krishna, Pran, Hare Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Of a lot of days, we haven't seen you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, please accept our humble obeisances from everybody in this group who have joined and who are about to join, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Prabhuji, we are reading the Srimad Bhagavatam. Yes. We are on Canto 1, Chapter 5, which is known as the Narada's Instructions on Srimad Bhagavatam. Prabhuji, today we are on text 20, so I'll hand over to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Can you hear me, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji, we can hear you.
Okay, Shastri, you can hear me? Okay, Hare Krishna. Just want to confirm because your voice is breaking, so I just want to confirm with someone.
Yes, Prabhuji, it's raining cats and dogs here.
Okay,
so,
okay. Sorry.
So we have network. We
Narayana
might have.
Namaskar. Narayana Namaskar. Yeah. Naram Chaiva Narotam. Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tado Jaya Mudirati. Aspraichu Bhatrechu Nityam Bhagavati Sevaya Bhagavate Uttam Shloke Bhakti Bhakti Nastaki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. So 20 numbers slow. Idam he Vishwam Bhagavan Iptro Yato Jagat Sthana Swayam Veda Bhavam Tathapi Te Prastisha Matram Bhavata Pradashitam. Hare Krishna. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. The Supreme Lord, personality of Godhead, is himself this cosmos and still is aloof from it. From him only has this cosmic manifestation emanated. In him it rests, and unto him it enters after annihilation. Your good self knows all about this. I have given only a synopsis. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. For a pure devotee, the conception of Mukunda, Lord Krishna, is both personal and impersonal. The impersonal cosmic situation is also Mukunda because it is the emanation of this of the energy of Mukunda. For example, a tree is a complete unit, whereas the leaves and the branches of the tree are emanated part and parcel of the tree. The leaves and the branches of the tree are also the tree, but the tree itself is neither the leaves nor the branches. The Vedic version that the whole cosmic creation is nothing but the Brahman means that since everything is emanating from the Lord, nothing is apart from Him. Similarly, the part and parcels hands oh yeah. Sorry, you lost me. Okay, my connection is bad. No, sorry, sorry. So the Lord is transitional. Here, the captivity conditioned soul under the influence of external energy, Maya, are therefore entrapped in the network of the material nature. They accept this as all in all, for they have no information of the Lord, who is primeval cause, nor they have nor have they information that the parts and parcel of the body, being detached from the whole body, are no longer the same hand or leg as when attached to the body. Similarly, a godly person detached from the transcendental loving service of Supreme Personality of God is just like a detached hand or leg. Such part and parcel may appear like hands and legs, but they have no efficiency. The devotee of the Lord, Shrivyas Dev, knows this very well. He is further advised by Srila Narada to expand the idea so that the entrapped conditioned soul may take lesson from him to understand the Supreme Lord as the primordial cause. According to the Vedic version, the Lord is naturally fully powerful, and thus his supreme energy are always perfect and identical with him. Both the spiritual and the material skies and their paraphernalia are emanation of the internal and external energy of the Lord. The external energy is comparatively weak, whereas the internal potency is superior. The superior energy is living force, and therefore she is completely identical. But the external energy, being inert and is particularly identical, but both the energy are neither equal nor greater than the Lord, who is the generator of the all energies. Such energies are always under his control, exactly as electrical energy. However powerful it may be, it is always under the control of the engineer. The human being or all other living beings are products of his eternal energy. Thus, the living being is also identical with the Lord, but he is never equal or superior to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Lord and the living beings are all individual person. With the help of the material energy, the living being are also created something, but none of these their creation are equal or superior to the creation of the Lord. The human being may create a small playful stick and may throw it in the outer space, but that does not mean that he can create a planet like Earth, Moon, or Moon and float it in the air as the Lord does. Man with a poor fund of knowledge claim to be equal to the Lord. They are never equal to the Lord. This is this is never to be. The human being, after attaining complete perfection, may achieve a large percentage of the quality of God, say up to the 70%. But it is never possible to surpass the Lord or to become equal to with Him. In a disease condition only, the foolish being claim to be one with the Lord and thus become misled by illusory energy. The misguided living beings therefore must accept
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, you are muted.
my connection is going on off. Sorry for that. Yeah, my connection is okay now.
Now we can hear
Hare
you.
Krishna. Okay. Sorry, there was some disturbance. Sorry because of that. Sorry. Okay, so this particular verse is very important actually. Actually, actually, this verse is spoken by the Narada Muni. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry. So actually, I'm in someone else. That's the reason. With sorry for that. Yeah. Okay. So this verse actually, if you look at that, this verse is there's a conversation going on between the Narada Muni and Vyasdev. And Narada Muni said a very important point that Bhavatanidita Prayam Yasva Bhagavatam Mulam means the Lord is the Narada Muni is saying to Vyasadeva that you have forgotten a very important subject to mention in the scripture actually. And that's what actually was in total distress, that he was not satisfied with the situation and he did not know what to do. Whenever the Narad Muni appeared, when he calls him and when he something the devotee need any help, like we have an example of the Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruv Maharaj, and now here the Vyasadev. So he's helping them to come out from this situation. This is what actually the main role of a spiritual master. Whenever there is a challenge, we need to actually surrender to the spiritual master, and the spiritual master take you out from that condition actually. And that's what Narad Muni is being doing throughout the Bhagavatam, from Canto 1, from Canto 2, any Canto you look at that, Narad Muni is always there to come to help the devotees to come out from the difficult situation. So we need to take a shelter of the spiritual master all the time, because Narad Muni will not come to us in this age because they know that we are very conditioned. But and we will not change our behavior. We will not change because we say, okay, who's Narad Muni today? Okay, we'll accept him as a Narad Muni. Tomorrow, who's Narad Muni? Even we will not recognize him also. So our condition is like that. So to begin, basically, like just give an example of that. What is our role in this world actually? Our goal in this world is basically that to come out from this problem actually of the repeated birth and death cycle actually. And that's what the Vyasdev was saying, that what I have done in my life. They're doing the same activity, like we go to pilgrimages, any like Dham and all that. We do so much of, like, actually we don't go actually to Dham actually. We go to actually a tourist destination actually. We do so much of packing, we do so much of our, like medicine, we pack our food and all that, we make sure that we have a AC accommodation, we make sure that we have everything. We look for so many things for our luxury and all that, but we forget that what we actually came for actually, for Dham actually. This is actually the Lord has sent us, because of our ego. This is we consider it as a dham now, and we've forgotten our goal, that why we are in this material world. What is there? And that's the reason now the Narad Muni came and instruct him that I'm giving you a synopsis of the Lord actually. Now the rest you have to write it like we in the school we get an essay. Okay, the Himalayas are very beautiful. So in the paper write a 1,000 words essay on the Himalaya or something description about the Himalaya. So here the Narada Muni giving the word Himalaya, which is one second. Just give me a minute. My connection is going down. 1 second. Just let me get back to the connections because the connection is very unstable here. Just give me. Sorry for that. Just give me a minute, please. It's going off now. Yes. Okay. Hopefully the connection will be okay. Hare Krishna. Sorry. Okay, so I'm explaining here basically that about the conditions. Our condition, we go to the and all that. We carry so much of baggages. Similarly, in this material world also, we carry so many baggages in our, and that it's like we offload one baggage, we take another baggage, and like this is a countless baggage in our on our back actually, and those are endless. We look for something, we find a little, it's like it's not actually the happiness actually, it's a glimpse of the happiness. We find, oh, something happiness is there, so we take another baggage, or then we offload it. After some time we realize, oh, this baggage is not helping us, so we take another baggage, then we take another baggage, again same problem. So this is what the Vyasdev was very much in distress, that what I have done actually, they are not offloading the baggage, they are continuing with the baggage. How they will go back to the Godhead? And then the Narad Muni appear, and the Narad Muni is giving the instruction to him. Now just tell you to explain this a very nice story, that how we actually get trapped into this world actually. So there is a story of a swan, the crab, and mongoose and a snake. So what happened basically, like the swan used to lay the egg at the bank of the river under a tree, and she used to hit those with the like under the the plant branches and all that. So one day, what happened? That snake smell, and he came and he ate all the egg of the swan. And swan was very distraught. What I have done? That I should not. I put it somewhere else instead of this place. This is not the right place to hid my eggs. So I should have done it somewhere else. Then again, she put it in a different place. Again, the snake smell it and he ate. So she thought that, no, this is very. Every time the snake is coming and eating my eggs. So what should I do? Then then she asked the crab actually, crab, can you help me? So crab say, yes, I can help you. So he said that there is a mongoose nearby. Can take the help of mongoose. Yeah. So they went. They both of them. They went together to take the help of mongoose. And the mongoose was there. He said, what do you want? He said, we want you to kill a snake. He said, I cannot kill the snake because I don't want to go there and necessarily kill the snake and all that. So what happened, that they made a plan. Crab and swan made a plan. So they put a fish on the path where the mongoose to the up to the where the snake hole was there. So they put a fish where the path which leads to the snake's hole. So the mongoose saw that, oh, there's one fish. He ate one fish. Another he ate, and finally he reached the where the mongoose wolf was there, and he saw the snake, and then he killed the snake. And because of that, the mongoose, the swan was got. She was very happy with the way she was happy because she was saved by the mongoose, because the snake was eating the eggs of her eggs, and that's what she was very happy. And what happened that after some time she laid again egg, and then now what she saw, that mongoose is eating the egg. The problem remained the same actually. So there is no permanent solution. She was looking, the swan was looking for it. She was looking for a temporary solution. She offloaded a snake, then she got another problem of mongoose. Similarly, in our life also, the problem is like that. We try to, dose the fire of one problem, then again comes out. And we don't look at that because these are temporary things. So we need to look. So here the Narada Muni is also trying to explain that you are not looking for the ultimate, who's the moola, means the root of the happiness actually. Because of the bhakti, you can go there. And that's what here this the purport is starting. Let's go to the with the so Lord is saying this the purport is saying that, translation the purport saying that this Lord has created this universe actually, and everything is emanate from him, from the Lord. So the Lord is creating everything, he annihilates that and he maintains that. So we need to only the only we have to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So why the Narada Muni is saying that only we have to say the word, we have to worship only the Supreme Personality of Godhead, because he is not an ordinary person. He is creating, number one, he is maintaining, he is annihilating. He's not an ordinary person, right? He is not an ordinary person where we are worshipping. He is not conditioned. He is above the three modes of material nature, and he always favor the devotees. So that's the reason we have to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's Narada Muni is coming to the point in this this purport, this text actually. So if we worship any conditioned person, is always the conditioned person has so many faults. So how can he resolve our issues? He cannot resolve this. So we have to always worship Lord Krishna and the Vaishnav, because the Lord is always away. Lord is above from the three modes of material nature. Also the Vaishnav, the pure Vaishnavas, they're also above from the three modes of material nature. And that's the reason they deliver us, they help us. Like Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada always worried that how we can be delivered. So here in this purport, there's a very important word mentioned, that Iva, almost the same. He's saying that idam, this, he, all, Visham, cosmos, Bhagwan, the Supreme Lord, almost the same. No, so that is the problem. We feel that the Supreme Personality of God is like us. Is not like us. Though we are part and parcel of the Lord, and we are the atom, and the Lord is the entire universe. But we feel that the Lord is like us. Just giving an example how we think that. But yes, are the cause of everything is the Lord. That is true. But we are not Lord. We have some of the qualities as mentioned in that 75% of it, but we cannot come ourselves with the Lord. Just given an example of that, how we are the cause is Lord, and we are the effect of that cause actually. For example, given an example like Mata is saying it's raining outside, right? In your place, yeah, it's raining outside. So there are two things in the we see why it rains, because the cause of the rain is sun actually. It's because the when the water evaporates, right, from the sea, from the lakes, or from the rivers, right, it takes the evaporates, the sun evaporates actually. and then it's formed the cloud actually, right? So the actually what is the origin of the cloud is sun, but the cloud is not sun actually. Yeah, like the sun is the Lord and we are cloud. Getting me? So we are not the like the sun. Like the cloud is not like the sun. But if you understand in a philosophy, in a way, you can say that both are same because it is originated from the cloud, from the sun actually. The cloud is originated from by the cause of the cause of the sun, and that is the effect came as in the form of clouds. So that is what here Narad Muni is explaining in this purport about the that is everything. Eva means the same. We feel it is the same, and there are many materialistic people in this world. They feel it's the same. The Lord is like us. Yeah, and the many babas in India also they say like that I am the Lord. So the people who are ignorant and those who have no knowledge about the Vedic knowledge or scripture knowledge, they accept it, and because of that, they actually get trapped in this material world, and that's what happened to them, and they cannot come out from this. So we need to see that it's we are the energy of the Lord, and the Lord energy is because we are the energy we are working as the energy of the Lord. So, so there is a difference from the source of the energy, the Shaktiman, and the Shakti, the energy, the source of the energy and the energy. So we are the energy. Like for example, the sun and the sun light. So we cannot say that sunlight is the sun, but though it comes from the sun. So sun is a god and the which is Shaktiman, and the light of the sun is a energy which is a Shakti, means we are. So there is a so there is a always a Shaktiman and the Shakti, means there is a source of energy and the energy. So Lord is a source of energy. So it's we appear like sun and energy both are same, but they are different actually. So they are different. So we need to see that the Lord is about the three mode of material nature, like the like a fire, like we are how we are like actually we are like a fire. The Lord is like a fire, and we are spark, right? Spark is a very little tiny atom. You can say that which is remain for some time, but the fire always there. So we can example, but it look like this spark is also like a fire. Yeah, it can if it is put in the grass or something, the item which is can burn, then it will spark again. But if it is originated basically from the main, like we do the bonfire and all that, so the when the spark comes out from there, so we are like a spark. But though it appears like a we are a fire, but it is not actually. Yeah, so you can say the energy on that the small fire is there, small spark is there, but we cannot compare with the bonfire itself. So that is another example we can understand this particular portion of it. Now we come to the purport of it, right? It's saying the pure devotee for the conception of Mukunda, Lord Krishna is both personal and impersonal. Impersonal cosmic situation is also Mukunda because it is the emanation of the energy of Mukunda. This very example is given, like Prabhupada given in this purport. For example, a tree is a complete unit, whereas the leaves and the branches of the tree are emanated parts and parcel of the tree. The leaves and the branches of the tree are also tree, but the tree itself is neither the leaves nor the branches. So we can see that here the tree is compared to the Lord, and we are compared to the branches and the leaves actually. So the we cannot say that branches and the leaves are tree, right? Neither the leaves nor the branches are the tree. So similarly, but those they are a part of. Similarly, I gave the example of sun, light. I gave the example of the sun and the cloud. So it is from there, but it is not the actual there. So the next part of this purport is mentioned. It is a very simple explanation Prabhupada has given it. The next person is important. The Vedic version of the whole cosmic creation is nothing but Brahman, means that since everything emanated from the Supreme Brahman, nothing is apart from him. Similarly, the part and parcel hands and legs are called the body, but the body as a whole unit is neither hands or the leg. Prabhupada gives this very example, very nice example on this. Is basically like when we cut our hand, small cut while cutting the vegetable. Sometimes you cut your finger, with a knife and all that. So we put a bandage on all that and to take care of that, right? But if your finger really completely come out from your hand, completely cut out of frame, and doctor says it's of no use, will you still do the bandage or put the bandage on your finger? You will not do that, isn't it? Why? Because it's of no use. Similarly, the value is there till the time we are attached to the Lord. Till the time the value of the branches and the leaves are there, that they are attached to the Lord, to the tree. Similarly, our this finger also is a value till the point it is attached to the body. If it is not attached to body, it's a waste. Like some people do this transplant of so many items. They don't keep that which is unused. I mean, it's waste, it's just damage, or they don't keep it because it's separated from the body. Similarly, the spark or the our value is there till the time we are doing bhakti, till the time we are attached to Lord, till the time we are away from this material conception. Then our value is there. Otherwise, there is no value. As long as a person working in an organization is a CEO of the company, people respect. The moment he's out, resign, nobody respects because for them, the only which is attached to the company as a person, they respect him. But the once he finishes, like there's so many politicians who they resign from their post and they don't get those kind of facility or value and all that. But those who are attached to the government, similarly, when you are attached to the supreme personality of Godhead, you've been valued, right? There's a value, and the Lord respects you, and that's why the Lord does a special care of it. You look at this eight canto, seventh canto, all that. But demigods are in problem. They rush to the Lord for the shelter, and the Lord sees that there is no demigods and the demons. The Lord, both are for them. For the Lord, for them, both are their children. But why they favor the demigods? Because they worship the Lord. Because they always talk about the Lord. They always hear about the Lord. They always chant about the Lord. They follow what the Lord is saying that, right? Whatever their job description was given, their description was given that you have to follow this. They do that similarly, and that's the reason Lord favor. Other side, the demons, they don't care about it. Yeah. So that's how it is. So the Lord sees that who is my devotee and who is my, but the Lord also liberates them, but they takes a time. Those demons, they take time because somehow or other, some day and all that will come, and then yeah, it'll come like that. It will happen. They will also get liberated, but it'll take time. Slow process. So that's a very nice example given by Prabhupada on the that we need to attach to the Lord actually all the time. That's the reason we have given the chanting, we have hearing, association, go to Dham, deity worshipping, do the seva and all that. That is a way of attaching to the Lord. Because the more you attach to those association, to the dham, to the reading of the scriptures, and to associate with Jiburi, that actually helps you to bind into the into a position where basically that you will not go into the Maya. You will completely remain into spirituality, and it helps you to grow, and then you will liberate gradually from this real world. And that's what we do all the time. That's our, we have to practice all the time. The next part of is mentioned where I was, yeah, the Vedic. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now there's a very important point. I'm just going through that because this purport is quite long. So I want to cover the maximum of it. It's saying that the captivated conditioned soul under the influence of the external energy Maya and therefore entrapped in the network of the material nature. They accept this as all in all. That's very Prabhupada said a very nice word. They accept all in all. Means they accept that this is everything for them. You know, if you look at that 99% of the world in the world today, they only accept that okay, I have this all the facilities are available. You know, there are more hotels than more temples in the world. You know, look at that. If you count the number of the place for worship is not that many. The place for enjoyments are there in the world. You know, if you look at any street, maybe also in any other country or any city, you will find thousands of thousand places for sense enjoyment. But you will find hardly one or two on that street of a place for worship. Why? Because people look for happiness, and that happiness is just a glimpse. It's not actual happiness actually. It's a temporary actually. They feel it is happiness, but it is not happiness. It's a temporarily. Again, you get trapped into that. So that's what happened actually. So this is throughout the world, and all the people are suffering in that. And this has happened because why? Because of ignorance. We are in always in ignorance, and we don't differentiate what is good for us and what is bad for us. Like you've heard so many times, like the example of mirage in the desert. The animals see oh, there is a water, they run after that. Oh, there is a water mirage, there's a water, they run after that, and ultimately they die. What happens? This they don't get. So similarly, we are all also running after something which is not real actually. It's a temporarily. So that's how it is. Now, uh, just like what we are doing, like given an example, like for example, I give you an example, like if there is a you find a hungry person, and you say no, I'll give him a Lord garland, and you give him a garland, he'll be happy or not? So if you're a person sitting on the street and he's hungry, and you're saying yes, this is a garland for you, and you'll be happy. He'll not be happy because what is his need of the hour is basically that he need a food. So what is our food? Is basically like similarly we also need a food. What is our food? Is basically that these things I mentioned, all chanting, servicing, visiting the holy places. These are food for our spiritual life. And once we have those things, when we taste these different dishes in our on a plate of bhakti, then it will be look beautiful, and also you will enjoy it, and it will relish, and it's not a temporary relief, it's a permanent relief, because the gradually you will increase your happiness, and that is bliss, which is basically everyone is looking for. And gradually and the Lord see that how much you are devoted every time you are only associating these five things, and always engrossed 25 by 7 into the bhakti, and automatically the Lord will take see that okay, that how he is growing, then I will now it's time to take him back to the Godhead. So that's what happens actually. We need to see that how much we are dedicated, how much we are committed, and how much we spend our time in practicing those activities, and how much we are detached from this material world. So that's it. So another example Prabhupada gives, like there is a in the machine a small component of a bolt, right? The bolt is there. So as long the bolt is there, the the machines work. The complete machine works, right? Perfectly. But we try to remove the part of it, the machine doesn't function. Similarly, means in our life we are like a small part also. So the connectivity to the Lord is need to be there all the time. Then our fully system will work. Yeah, that's what we have to do. So the as mentioned further, let me read this one. Okay. Yes. So it's saying that in the purport, it's saying that this they accept this and all in all, but they have no information of the Lord who is the primordial cause, nor they have the information that the part and parcel of the body being detached from the whole body are knowledge. There is given the example of the cutting of finger. When you completely cut off from your hand, it's no use because it's useless. So similarly, a godless civilization detached from the transcendental loving service of the supreme personality of God is just like a detached hand or like okay, I just mentioned. Such part and parcel may be appear like hand and all that. The devotee of the Lord Sri Vyasa very well. He is further advised by Srila Narada to expand Okay, just mentioned that he is just giving, he's not giving the entire Bhagavatam to Narada Muni. He's just saying synopsis. Mentioning that, but the synopsis means like he will further. He knew that Vyasadeva is very intelligent, and he will just need to invoke his intelligence and invoke that which is the right path to follow, and from there the Vyasadeva will take over. Now, next part is that of the purport is according to the Vedic version, the Lord is naturally fully powerful, and thus His supreme energy are always perfect and identical with Him. Both the spiritual and material skies and their paraphernalia are emanations of the internal and external energy of the Lord. The external energy is comparatively inferior, whereas the internal energy is superior. The superior energy is living force and all that is mentioned that. So we need to see like a very example because the property is long. So I just cutting short. Some main point I'm coming to that. Both the energy comes from the Lord, and he is the ruler of the energy. Just given example of Prabhupada given a very nice example. Like suppose there is a powerhouse like dam, like the power come from the dam, electric where the the dam, and then it distributes further, and they have some engineer in the dam actually, and they distribute 100 megawatt power to this place, and 1000 megawatt power to this place, 500 megawatt to this place. So they distribute the power accordingly, but it is in the hand of the engineer who controls it. So if you switch off, you won't get anything, right? So the Prabhupada is trying to say in this particular purport that the the who is the generator of the all energy, such energy always under his control, exactly his control, exactly as electric engineer, however powerful it may be, is always under the control of the engineer. So whatever powerful you are, at least the energy like 100 megawatt means like living entity, how powerful you are. We feel I'm this Bill Gates, or I'm this thing, whatever it is, the millionaire and all that. I'm the richest man and all that, but it is under his power. There was a story of Muhammad Ali, and he used to say, I'm the most powerful person in the world. And while in his last time, like he got a disease where he can't walk actually. He's been handled by two-person to fire the main lamp of the Olympic lamp, yeah, torch, Olympic torch. So that's what happened. Basically, you cannot consider yourself to be the powerful. You're always under the some, like suppose this, even this bulb. What do you have? The lights and all that. They are all, they are useless if there's no power, isn't it? If you switch off the button from behind, this tube light is useless. What you will do with the tube light? Similarly, if there is no power of the Lord is coming to us, we are useless. So similarly here, this what is explaining Prabhupada to us, that we are, our total dependency is on the Lord, and he is the powerhouse, and we are the energy. As long as he is controlling us, our energy is running. The moment he switch off, we are Haribol from this world. So, but if he switch off, then it's fine. But if someone switched off, that is the biggest problem in our life. So further is mentioned, the human being and all other beings are products of his eternal energy. Thus, the living being is also identical with the Lord, but he is never equal or superior to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Lord and living beings are all individual persons. With the help of the material energy, the living beings are also creating something, but none of them is creation equal to the like. The example of given that, okay, the so many satellites they create, okay, I have created this satellite and all that, but they cannot conquer that. Like for example, the people think, okay, I'm not they said, okay, we are going to develop a such a medicine which can increase your death, sorry, your life. Yes, but after what happened, then again you have to die. Someday you have to die. People think that this world never end, we will go to another planet. They are planning to go to the moon planet. They are going other Mars planet and all that. But what has happened? Ultimately, this all the world is going to end. So it appears that, okay, they are going to achieve something, but they forget it because of the ignorance. Because they forget, because we don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. And but they don't think actually. And Prabhupada is trying to invoke their intelligence. Think on these lines. This is what we have to do that. Yeah, because we have to evaluate ourselves. We need to we need to see ourselves what we are doing every day, and then we need to come to the platform of bhakti so that we can do some kind of bhakti, and then Lord can see that okay, my devotee is doing. Now let him. Now it's time to call him back here. Yeah. So we need to wait for that call. Actually, we need to make efforts to get the call from the Krishna. So he calls us our name, and then we go back. So here mentioned that men with a poor fund of knowledge claim to be equal to the Lord. They are never equal to the Lord. They never to be. The human being, after attaining complete perfection, may achieve a large percentage of quality of the Lord, up to 78% maximum. But it never possible to surprise the Lord, because see, like a example of like, so we have so many example in our on this world also. Like if you are someone in employee and then employee in a company, he can maybe over the time, but on the same time means the effort put in by the company owner is to create a industry, and then put a different machinery and all that, and then he starts the work, and then actually so the Lord does the same thing. Basically the when he created the universe, he put all the ingredients, and then Brahmaji cooks, and then he create the other progenies. Yeah. Similarly, Lord has given us the power to create certain part of it. We cannot create entire universe. We can create some satellite, we can create some machines, but the again are for the time being. But then look at the Lord creation. It's been going on for the century. Our will remain for 100 years, 200 years, 500 years, 1,000 years. After that, it will finish. So we cannot compare our energy, our the qualities with the Lord, and it is never possible. So to end this one, this last line I want to read it. This for this has been created. Without this, there cannot be any peace and tranquility in this world. So this is what is coming to the main point is basically that what is Narad Muni is bringing to Vyasdev, that once you have for the human things, you have to make sure that you write those things for the humanity, write those things which is good for the bhakti, write the things which is basically that they can come out from this world as quicker as well. And the only source for this is basically to do the bhakti of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. That is what he is teaching in entire, and this will come further more detail in that. So that is what I understand from this basically verse is that Narad Muni is explaining the who's the creator of this world, and how we have to do the bhakti for the, and we cannot compare, though it looks same, but it is not the same. We are the Vibhu. The Lord is Vibhu. We are atom. We are a small particle. The Lord is the source of everything. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Your class is always interesting because you give us so many stories. So thank you, Prabhuji, and so many examples. Prabhuji, because of the rains and internet challenges, I missed out on this example, the bolt in the machine. Prabhuji,
Yes,
I
yes.
couldn't hear it. So
Yes.
kindly.
So see, every part is important in the machine. Similarly, that bolt, if the bolt is removed, right, then the machine will not function. Yes, yes. Similarly, that if we are not attached to the Lord, we will not function. So our machinery will not function. So it is like that, yeah. So that is how it is actually.
So we are the machine and the Lord is the bolt.
Yes, yes.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Are
There
there any questions?
are two translation of this. It's basically like the one is this, and the second is basically like you can say that if it's got damaged bolt, right? Like I was giving an example of finger, so you throw it out, but you replace with the other one. So means the which is the is damaged. There's no refuse. Means you are cut off from the machine, means you are cut off from the Lord. So there's another two translation actually.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Are there any other questions or comments from the group? Krishna, I think, Prabhuji, there are no more questions or comments. I can hand over to Arya Govind Prabhuji. Arya Govind Prabhuji, is it possible for you to conclude the session? Are you in a place where you can do it?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank
Krishna,
you.
bro.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavad Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Nice. Dandavad Pranam. Nice to see you.
Yeah, we have come from a nice Jagannath Rath Yatra. So
nice. Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you
so
for your
much.
association. Yeah, thank you for your association.
It was like a dream world for me, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
No. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's a dream.
Yeah.
It's not a dream. Actually, it's actual real. It's a reality actually.
No,
we are living in dream actually. We are living in dream, but that is reality. That is the only reality we have.
Correct. No, for me it is like living always in Nakuru. Going to work and coming back all the time.
Yes.
So it was complete an experience for me.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Very true. I agree with you. Yeah, it's totally so because we don't experience bliss. So that's the reason the Lord comes to give the bliss actually.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I see people, all the people involved was singing, dancing, and chanting. And
Yes.
it was in a complete mesmerizing effect of the whole day.
Yes. See, there's a lot of variety in the world. I mean, caste, creed, and all that. But there's only one common thing in ISKCON is Hare Krishna and the Lord. That's common. Everyone chant this one, and that's the bliss we get it actually. And there's no value for it. We cannot, calculate the value of it. It's so inexpensive. Means we cannot actually do words also.
True.
Yes.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for the opportunity, and thanks for the wonderful class today, and giving a lot of examples as Mataji mentioned, and then a lot of stories connected to the Lord. Thank you so much for the class, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. I request all the devotees to unmute and chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra once.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Mancha Kalpataru.
Namo Namaha.
Prana Hari Prabhu ki jai.
Hare
Glories
Krishna.
to all.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna.